We are now entering lesson 7, which is my favorite thing in all of Excel, tables. So go ahead and open eTry 12 and go to File, Save As, put in your Excel folder, underscore first name, underscore last name, and click Save. So now what I want you guys to do is come down somewhere into the table. It can be anywhere. This part, our header is not going to be in the table, but all of this information is going to be part of the table. So go ahead and click anywhere in there and click Insert and Table, not Pivot Table, just Table. And double check that all of this information is selected right here. So it should say from $A, which we all know is an absolute reference. So $A, $4, colon, $E, $15. So it's going from A4 all the way to E15, and make sure that the option that says My Table Has Headers is selected and click OK. So now we have a table, and if you do not like the color of your table, that's kind of bland, you can come up here and you can hit the drop down arrow under table tools and pick any sort of color that you would like that comes with it. If you don't like any of your color options, you can always go to page layout, change the theme to something else, and go back to your table tools design and see what other color options you have. I kind of like this orange one, so I'm going to go with that. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to create a sum column to add up the gallons run 1, gallons run 2, and gallons run 3. So come into F5 and click on the auto sum button. Alright, double check and see it's adding up your table selections. And we want 1, 2, and 3. So it's filling in our range, and press enter. And Excel automatically knows what we're trying to do. So it puts together our full table and actually adds the column into the table also. Now that we have a table column, I want you to go to Design, and I want you to click on the button that says Total Row. Alright, so now what we put in there is a table row at the bottom that adds up everything in our final column. Okay, so now what we're going to look at is we're going to actually change what is in this total row. So if you click under here on C16 underneath all that information, you notice a little arrow comes down. So hit that drop down arrow and select average. And do the same thing for D16 and E16. And on the right side for the total gallons, we want none, so don't even show anything there. And on A16, the drop down, and it says divide by 0 because it's trying to figure out everything that's up above there. So just say none. Okay. So now that we have all of these averages calculated, what I want you to do is select C5 to E16 or E15, actually all the way from C5 to E16, and on the Home tab, go to the number formatting and open that dialog box, click number, and make it 0 decimal places, and click OK. Alright, so now we've kind of looked at some of the things that tables offer, but if you notice, our title row also has some arrows on it. So what I want you to do is click the arrow next to base, and you see we can sort from A to Z. So go ahead and sort from A to Z. So it goes chocolate, other, and vanilla on top. And they have it all sorted. Now, one of the things that we can actually do, and I want you to keep an eye on these numbers in our total row, so our averages. Hit that drop down next to the base again. Instead of sorting A to Z, I want you to click the Select All button, and we want to look at only chocolate sales. So go ahead and just click chocolate and click OK. So if you notice, now we're only looking at chocolate, and the calculations are only affected by the chocolate numbers. Same thing would happen if we went back and changed it from chocolate to vanilla. So now we're only looking at vanilla. We're not removing any information, but now our averages have also changed for that sort. So go ahead and take the filters off. So recheck select all. We can still sort from A to Z, that's okay. And I want you to look at the formulas that we use. So if you click in that gallons over on the right side, do you see how kind of weird looking our formula looks right there? And the bottom we have subtotals for the full columns. So now what I want you to do is go to the Table Tools Design tab, and there's an option on the Tools section that says Convert to Range. So go ahead and click that. Do you want to convert the table to a normal range? You want to say yes. Alright, so now it's no longer a table. You don't have those options anymore. It's sorted the way we sorted it in the end. But if you look at the formulas, the formulas are now only sums for this sheet instead of the table. So go ahead and click Save. And now you are ready to do projects 25 and 26 in your book.